Dowder, good morning. How are you?
Hey, fellas. Good morning. How you guys doing?
We are doing well. So let's rewind to the weekend, back to Long Island, to Ovi's record-breaking goal.
Yeah.
Before he scored the goal, talk about the vibes in the building. I mean, that sounded and kind of felt like being at Capital One Arena. There were a lot of Caps fans there. I was lucky enough to be there with two of my kids. Just a really cool scene leading up to Ovi's record-breaking goal.
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, when we came onto the ice for warm-ups, the entire lower bowl was basically red.
Yeah.
So it was an experience. I mean, it's nothing like being at home. I can't even compare it to that. The electricity in the building when we played Chicago and O was within 3 goals was like, I mean, that was something I'll remember for the rest of my life. Just being a part of that moment was incredible. But yeah, it was awesome. I mean, the fans in the NHL are pretty great. They got a lot of respect, I think, for good hockey and, for O and his record. Everywhere we've been, people have been pretty good. So,
Dowder, can you believe that Cakes, who just asked you that question, sitting right across the table from me, bought the tickets for the Islander game when he was, I'm going to guess he was 5 or 6 short?
Something around there,
More than that.
Maybe
it was like
more.
3.5, 4 weeks ahead.
Yeah, maybe it was like 7 or 8 goals short.
I mean, nailed it.
Dowder, and he nailed it.
yeah, no, that's
Isn't that
something going on
unbelievable?
there. Something going on there.
I know, sorcery, Dowder. I don't know.
It's unusual
Yeah.
for him,
I mean,
too.
that blows my mind that he timed it perfectly.
Yeah, it's a tough talent to have. That timing Ovi's goals was your thing because
Sure.
it's now over.
I know.
now
It's
you
true.
don't even have
it's
it.
quite a cottage
Yeah,
industry.
Yeah, like you could have maybe picked a better talent, but that's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it's still pretty special.
Everybody's
Take
got to
what
have
you
a
get.
niche, right?
Yeah. Were
Yeah,
you
like
guys?
that's a small niche.
Yeah.
Were you guys kind of like joking with each other back and forth, like trying to be the guy with the assist on the?
Of course.
Were you guys
Yeah,
talking about that, like leading up to it?
I mean, I mean, we were, like obviously the odds are kind of how it played out, right? Like power play goal.
Yeah.
Maybe Johnny Carlson, guys that are kind of on the ice with him a lot of times, like, his line mates, obviously. And then the D-core are typically, if you get an ozone face-off, it's going to be there's a couple different guys that go out there more than others.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in my head, I had Matty Roy picked as my guy. And I told my wife that a while ago. I was just like, I just got a weird feeling that it's going to be Matty Roy because, it's the same as me almost. It's like, the odds of me being on the ice with O are probably pretty small. Yet there was one time on the island where I was out there with him, and I definitely tried to force him the puck.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I could
Smart
sense
man.
that. I could sense that.
Like the play wasn't quite there, but I'm like, but what if it was there?
Right.
And then he scores, and it's history. So who knows?
So now, though, that it's behind us, although I think there is a big celebration tonight, right?
I'm
Or
sure
some
there's
ceremony.
something planned.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, there's got to be. Yeah.
But now that that's kind of behind us, you guys can kind of lock in again. Do you think it will make a difference? Like that, it's just sort of back to the basics, regular old hockey. We don't have to force, even though I'm sure you guys are doing it in the spirit of, the right way, but now you could really play hockey the right way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we were necessarily like changing our systems or guys were playing, too differently at any given time. But, they're definitely, I mean, like I said, like if Nic Dowd's out there trying to force Ovi the puck, like guys are out there trying to force him the puck, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just, that's just, I mean,
It's
I think
human
at one
nature.
point, yeah, exactly. Like, you want to be a part of it, but also you just want to see the guy succeed. I mean, if there's an opportunity to get him the puck, and I mean, on top of everything else, like he's also the guy that you kind of want to get the puck. So it's like, you got a lot that goes into it. But I definitely think that it will take some pressure off of no question. I think he can worry less about that. I mean, he
ever
never
show
showed that he
it?
worried. No, he never showed that he worried too much about it. But you got to think, like, even if you're, Superman, like you're still, you're still thinking about that stuff. So I think that'll be good. I also think just as an organization, right, like our coaching staff, our players, like everybody as a whole, I think it'll be nice to honor him and then continue with our goal, right? And I think O would say the same thing. So.
What do you think you need to get back to on the ice to get back to the winning ways?
Well, I think internally, I think our team knows that our team is is a team that's built on everybody playing their best hockey to be successful. I mean, we truly are like a group of guys that we have our top line guys, but in order for everyone to play well, like we need our 12 forwards that are playing to play well. We need our 6D and both our goalies. I mean, there's a lot of teams in the NHL that might be truly top heavy, right? And they rely on certain guys to put up points and score goals. And then every now and then you see that kind of backfire into the playoffs because the regular season is such a different game. But I mean, our team success has really, really been because every single person does the little things the right way. No one cheats. Everyone's in it for the team. Our team success is more important than individual success. Now, saying that, we've had a lot of individual success because we've played good team hockey. But I think when you've seen the Capitals at their best, it's been because we've been a detailed team that understands that we have to do the hard things to win hockey games.